So hi there and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you haven't seen my face before, my name's Abigail and I make motherhood and lifestyle videos. So I'm really excited to share with you today's video, which is my list of newborn essentials. So my son is now 5 months old and these are all things that I used when he was just born, and a lot of them I still use now. And it's really helpful, I think, to have a complete list of all the things you're going to potentially need for a newborn. And it's actually not that many things. A lot of people think that having a baby is super expensive, but especially at the start, newborns don't really need that much stuff. So let's crack on into it. So my first essential item is muslin cloths. Now there's about 1,000,001 things you can do with muslin cloths. They're the best thing ever for babies. You can wipe their faces, you can just you can put their heads on it to keep their heads protected from the carpet. There's so many things you can do with them. These ones are quite big ones, so you could actually possibly even just about swaddle your baby in this. So yeah, there's millions of things you can do with muslin cloths, and I would highly recommend getting quite a lot of these. My next item is an obvious one, and it is nappies. Now these are a size 4 nappy, which is what my son's in at the moment, but you can just get these ones and just get the one that is size 1 instead of size 4, and they'll be perfect for newborns. So these ones are from Aldi's and they're actually really great. They're just really cheap. They're about 4p a nappy, I believe. This is not sponsored by them, but yeah, everything stays in, keeps explosions happening too much. They still happen, but not as much. The newborn ones have little strips on them, and it shows you if they're wet or not, which is handy if you're not sure, you're a new mum and you're not quite sure. So yeah, these are great things. Going along with the nappy theme, you need wipes. You need wipes to wipe the little baby's bottom. This brand is one I've been heard everyone raving about. Yeah, everyone recommends getting the brand Water Wipes, and I would also recommend this brand because it's great. We've had no problems with them at all. He's not had an allergic reaction to them. Essentially it's just water and a tiny bit of fruit extract, and that's it. So you can't really go far wrong. And we got gifted to us for when the boy was born about 4 massive boxes of these, and they're still going. So yeah, if someone wants to buy you something for the newborn, get them to buy you a ton of wipes, because you're going to use these every day, all the time. The next thing I've got is a car seat. So car seats are obviously essential. You need to get them before labour so you can take your baby home in the car seat. And yeah, this is the one we've got. It's the Mother Care Main. We got it in a sale. It wasn't particularly, we wanted this one specifically, it was just on the sale in January before, like last year. So we got it pretty far ahead, but it is really an essential. You really need a car seat. And yeah, just a standard car seat. Make sure it's the right size, make sure it's got a wee newborn insert so your baby's going to fit in it as well. So the next thing to get yourself is a swaddle. Now I know a lot of newborn babies absolutely love swaddles. Samuel also loved being swaddled. It was just great. Basically you just wrap them up really tight in this kind of cloth material. You can do it with just normal muslin cloths as well, but this one specifically is a specific shape for a swaddle, so it's like this, and then it goes down and then across here. So essentially you put your baby in the center here, you wrap them in tightly, you put this bit up the bottom, and it's very healthy for their hips as well, because you're putting their arms secure, but their hips are free to kind of move about as well. So I'll link this one below. It also shows you full instructions of how to swaddle your baby on the site as well. So yeah, this is absolutely great. They love it because sometimes you can't get your baby to sleep and you're not sure why they're not sleeping. There's no particular reason. You've maybe changed their nappy and they're not hungry, and you're just like, why are they not sleeping? And then you swaddle them and suddenly silence. So we absolutely love the swaddle, and he used it the whole time he fit into it. Moving on, a couple of related things. The first one being baby vests. Now baby vests are, I got 100 of these, well not 100, but I got about 10 to 20 of these, and they're absolutely great. This is in Samuel's size at the moment, so it's a little bit bigger, but the idea is the same. They're just like the little vests, short sleeves with the little bits that you can pull them over and make it really big for their heads to go through. Or what I like to do is I actually pull them down, because if there's poo on them, then they don't get poo all over their head, which I think is really good. So yeah, get a bunch of these. You really need these. Also along the same kind of theme, not baby vests, baby grows. So this one's an adorable cute newborn baby size. It's so tiny, so cute. Little tiger one, but specifically what I like about this one is the zip. So a lot of newborn baby grows have poppers, and I've got a lot of the ones with poppers on them actually. But the zip one is just so handy because you just stick your baby in it, zip them up. And actually this specific one also has zips up the way, so you can take the bottom out while leaving their top all kind of cozy and warm. So yeah, I would highly recommend these. This one is from M&S, someone gave us it, and it's absolutely beautiful and so handy for a newborn baby. The next thing is a crib. We love the one that we have, which is a next to me crib. So essentially it attaches onto your bed, so your baby's right next to you, but not actually in your bed. Now this is amazing because we breastfed as well, so I just pull my baby out of there. He's actually still in it. I pull my baby out of there, breastfeed him in the bed, put him back in, done. It's really great, minimal hassle. It's better than having like a separate Moses basket where you have to physically go over, pick him out, put him over here. It's just such a hassle when you can just grab him from over there, put him in your bed, sorted. So the next thing is another couple of related things, and it's the bath support. So newborn babies are so slippery in the bath, and they're so tiny, and you just do not want to drop your newborn baby in the bath because it's not what you want to do. So a bath support is an amazing thing. We still use this for Samuel as well. You stick him in the bath support, he stays there, doesn't move, and you just pour water over him, give him a nice wee bath. Fabulous. Along with that, we got a bath thermometer. So this is especially if you're a first time new mum, you don't know what you need, what temperature you need the bath to be at. So you just get a bath thermometer, one like this, you just sit it in your bath like this, and it's got a little temperature gauge on the back, and it just tells you here, temperature, and it should be around about 37 degrees for a newborn baby. Next, to change your baby, you're going to need some kind of baby changing cream. So this is the one that we used when Samuel got nappy rash. It's specifically good, but we also just used generic brand Sudocrem. And then this one is just like a more oily texture, so that when he had a rash it kind of cleared that up a bit better. But yeah, you need baby changing cream. And you also probably should get some baby oil. So we use this for cleaning Samuel a bit, so we use it to clean around bits that get particularly sweaty. This was really good for that. And also we use it when he needed moisturised, because he got really dry skin when he was a newborn, and it's great for moisturising. Next thing, another obvious thing, and it's a changing mat. So you can get changing mats super cheaply for like £5 to £10. Just a plastic one with a little bit of padding at the side. Stick the baby on that, make sure everything's nice and clean for when you change him. So going along with that, I would highly recommend getting some absorbent pads. Now these are just gigantic kind of pads, and they do what they say in the tin, they absorb things. Mainly things like pee. So I put these under Samuel's sheet, so he has a sheet on his cot. These go under it in case he has a pee or poo explosion. I use these for when I'm going out in public, and I put them on the public changing tables because they're quite often kind of dirty, and I just want to keep him extra clean, especially when he's newborn size. So I put these down on top of the changing mats, and I also do it if I'm changing him on the floor or anywhere else like that. So yeah, these are one of the best things that I bought for the newborn stage. The next thing is if you are breastfeeding, and it is a breast pump. So this is actually a really great one. It's a little bit pricey, much more pricey than other things on the list, but it's well worth it if you're breastfeeding. And yeah, essentially you just pump with this. It's actually really great. I'll maybe do a full video on this because it's amazing, and this isn't sponsored at all, but it's really great. So I'll link it in the box below. But yeah, I would just say get one of these. So what's really great about this is sometimes your breasts kind of get full of milk, and you just want to get rid of some because it can be quite painful if you have too much. So you use this just to extract some, or if you want to take your baby to be with their grandparents. So I use it if I'm going to take my boy to be visit his grandparents and he's going to stay there for the evening. I need to have a bottle, and I want him to have a bottle of breast milk. I use this. So yeah, it's really great. Going along with that, if you want to use any kind of bottles, you're going to need a sterilizer. This is kind of the cheapest one I could find, and it is a microwave sterilizer. So essentially, there's actually stuff in this, but essentially you put water in the bottom bit, right in the bottom bit here. You put water in there, put this on top, put your lid on top, and then you stick it in the microwave, and yeah, it sterilizes your stuff. It does what it says in the tin, and it's pretty cheap as well. So the next thing is if your baby gets sick, you especially want to be prepared when they're newborn age. So I've got some baby paracetamol here. I would say this is quite important. You'll need this if they're going to get their injections as well. You need to give them some paracetamol before they get their meningitis B injections. But this is just great to have just in case they feel ill, they've got a cold, any kind of illness. This is the one thing that you can actually give a newborn baby is some baby paracetamol. So I would recommend getting some in your cupboard, so for when you need it. Going along with that is a nasal aspirator. This is a really handy wee device, again pretty cheap. Essentially it's a wee snotter succurator. So you put this end in the baby's nose, just at the entrance to the nose, and use this end to suck the baby's stutters out. And this is great because babies can't blow their own nose properly, and then they can't breathe properly if they've got too much congestion or too much stutters. So they can't breathe properly. So I would recommend getting one of these, and you can help extract them. We've used this many times, and our baby's had a cold a couple of times now already. And yeah, it's really great, really great price, and you're going to keep it for ages and ages and use it for a long time. And finally, an in-ear baby thermometer. Again, if your baby's sick, you want to be able to tell if he's got a fever. So this is just a really simple one. You just take the cap off, you put this little filter actually you can put over this, put it in the baby's ear, press the button, and it'll tell you here the temperature. So your baby's got a fever essentially if they're over 38 degrees, using an in-ear thermometer. And yeah, you need one of these because you can't really tell with your hand whether they've got a fever or not. And especially when your own baby's ill and you're paranoid, you're thinking he's got a fever, like, and you're feeling him and you're like, he's got a fever, and it maybe he doesn't have a fever, but you're just a bit paranoid. So it's good to have this kind of to back up whether he has or not, and to take any further action if you need to, and to take your baby paracetamol if needed. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more motherhood and lifestyle videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.